You've seen the thumbnail, you know we're playing Barcelona. Today is going to be tough, isn't it? It's the Champions League first knockout round, but we have also had a January transfer window where a fair amount of business has taken place, and most of the players aren't registered. I do it every year. First of all, the main piece of news is Han Kwang-song has left the club. We expected this, we obviously agreed. I think last episode, maybe the one before. £7.75 million is a good bit of money for a player who wasn't playing. However, I have just seen that Brenner is out of contract next summer and he doesn't want to sign a new deal. Maybe we pulled the trigger on selling Han a little bit too soon. We have also sold Alexander Schwolo because he never played for us because he wasn't registered, and we have brought in a replacement who is older yet Swiss, so that's a good sign. £500,000 as well for Schwolo. Not a bad bit of business if you ask me. In no particular order then, joining the club, Salah Oulad Mahand from Arsenal has never played a game of football despite the fact that he is 22 years of age. We brought him in on a free, technically, £75,000. I wanted to bring him into Switzerland as soon as possible to get him learning the language and hopefully becoming Swiss maybe a little bit quicker. I think there's something there. He's 22. He's gone out on loan to Rapperswil, and I don't think they can even register him. So this might have been a mistake, but it's only £75,000. For £135,000, we have signed 19-year-old Welsh centre-back Elliot Ali from West Ham. I think he's technically good. Mentally, he's got some good numbers and he's got some bad numbers. Physically, he's all right. There's maybe something there. He's not cost a lot of money, similar to the previous deal. He was out of contract at the end of the season. We brought him in early to get him into the country and hopefully get him learning the languages and all sorts of things. He's going to be playing under 21s football and maybe getting loaned out in the summer. We've also brought in a goalkeeper, Victor Abarza, maybe, could be his name. Chilean under 20 international, signed from Union Española, probably not how it's pronounced. He's cost us a sum of money, £525,000, going to be playing under 21s football again this season. Again, I think there's potential, only 18 years of age. We're probably not going to see him anytime soon. We'll be spending some time out on loan, probably at a team like a Rapperswil. Christian Marquez is next up, a 23-year-old Swiss central defender signed from Wolves. We brought him back to the club, technically. Brought him in because he's Swiss. That is the only reason why we brought him in. He's Swiss. We need more Swiss players. He's still young, so he might get better. Only 2-star current abilities, cost £225,000. Played 3 times for Wolves in his entire career. Our most expensive signing of January was Brian Smith, 18 years old, an Australian right-back. Yes, he can play centre-back. He's 5'9". He's not playing centre-back. He has cost £1.6 million, but he's been playing regular A-League football for Sydney FC now for a season or so, and I think he's good. I think he's definitely very good. Is he a right-back? He's definitely not a centre-back because he's too small, but mentally he's very good. Do we maybe push him up to be a midfielder, like a ball winner? Do we look at retraining Brian to be a ball-winner midfielder? We're not quite done yet with the youngsters. This one is Mohamed Bamba, 19-year-old Ivorian central midfielder signed from ASEC Mimosas, loaned back to ASEC Mimosas as well, costing just £250,000. I think this is our best youngster. I think it's our best young signing of the season. So I've got high hopes for Bamba. Gonna be seeing him out on loan probably this season and next season, maybe even the season after. But I want to try and keep him in Switzerland next year if we can. 2 more players to talk about, and this one's it's a good signing, honest, apart from he can't play in the regular season. Timothy Weah, 25 years of age now. He is soon to be 26 years of age. He has cost us very little, £375,000. He was out of contract at the end of the season. I don't know why I didn't wait. I should have just waited, brought him in the summer, but we brought him in now. He's registered for the Champions League. I don't think he's going to be playing against Barcelona. He might be playing against Barcelona. You never know. I'm not sure. He's saying he's surplus to requirements. I've not said that. I've just loan listed you because I thought somebody else might be able to make use of you in the second half of the season because we can't. And last but not least, 37-year-old Jan Sommer. I think this is a very good signing because not only have we brought in a Swiss goalkeeper, we brought in a Swiss international goalkeeper. And not only that, he's better than Gavin Bazunu. And Bazunu he's good, he's just not there yet. And Jan Sommer, I think, can do a job for us for a season or 2. And then maybe season 7 rolls around. That is when Bazunu steps up and becomes our number 1 goalkeeper. That's the hope. Sommer also can play as a right winger, apparently. We might do this just for a laugh. So that has been our business in January. There's been a few other loan deals I think have gone on. Samuel Vokno. No, there actually hasn't been any other business. That's literally it. Not a lot has really taken place. And if we take a look at our fixtures, we've gone on a pretty decent run in the league, winning our final 3 games before the winter break, not conceding a single goal. Losing to St Gallen, not ideal. We weren't very good in this. That also, by the way, Jan Sommer's debut. Got a 6.5, conceding 3, beating Lugano, beating Basel in the Swiss Cup quarter-final, and then a 1-1 draw with Basel in the league. It means we are currently sat second place in the table, 1 point behind Basel, 2 points ahead of St Gallen and Young Boys. So the third star potentially appearing on our badge is a possibility. We are still in this title fight. 4 teams are in it. But now we've got to go and play Barcelona. We could win a champion. We're not going to win a Champions League, but we might. So it is an icy, snowy day in Switzerland, and we have injuries, which means Timothy Weah is making his Champions League debut for us as the shadow striker. We only have 2 fit central defenders in the shape of Mamana and Pershers. Fortunately for us, Kylian Mbappe, who has signed for Barcelona, is currently out with a cold, so he is missing. He's not missing, he's playing. He's not particularly match fit. Do we just give him a good clattering and send him home? Richards with a free kick, 15 minutes almost on the clock, and we've got the ball here. Pusic, ball forward, can't really find Brenner, and Eric Garcia can get it forward to Kylian Mbappe. This is surely not helping his cold, as Petar Pusic nicks the ball from him. We are coming forward, crosses it in, Brenner's not going to get there, Frimpong heads clear, and we need to get there first, and we do. Musa Genepo, across to Brescianini, Tim Weah, back to Brescianini, Billing on the right-hand side, Aragoni with acres and acres of space. We are going to score. We're going to take the lead, aren't we? Billing, it goes for a long-range effort. And of all players, it's Philip Billing playing as the ball-winning midfielder to have a long-range effort, and it goes over the bar. Now, realistically, if we're going to get anything, this is the match to get it from. The home leg, snowy Switzerland. The team from Spain are surely not going to be enjoying this type of weather. Kamara with the ball, Kulusevski. Forward to Lautaro Martinez, through ball to Ansu Fati. Jan Sommer makes the save. We do obviously, as you can see, have Jan Sommer starting for us. Bazunu is on the bench. It's going to be a corner, 27th minute. Mbappe's the man to take it towards the back post. It's a headed effort from Martinez, but goes over. Now, we are definitely not up to Barcelona's standards, but we are doing all right. I know we're not doing amazing. We've had 5 shots, only 1 on target. It's still 0-0. We are holding on. We must remember, this is a building a nation style save. We're not trying to win the Champions League, we're trying to get coefficients. A 1-0 win here is better than a draw. It's Ter Stegen coming out to claim that one. Eric Garcia has it. We are 1 minute away from the half-time whistle in theory. Kicked upfield, Aragoni intercepts it in front of Mbappe. Pusic to Brenner, facing away from goal. Through ball to Musa Genepo, and Musa... How was he missed? How was he missed? I thought Musa Genepo was going to score a goal in the Champions League against Barcelona. Instead, he's rattled the bar, and it is cleared, and it is half-time. It's 0-0. Barcelona are there for the taking. No changes at half-time for us. Jeremy Frimpong has come off for Barcelona. They are keeping Mbappe on. As I say that, Conor Gallagher comes on to replace Mbappe instead. We've got a few players that are really struggling, and annoyingly, it's Petar Pusic, because of course it is, and Boubacar Kamara has made it 1-0 to Barcelona from the corner. Oh, that's it. It's game over. We've not been good enough to get anything from this. And I thought to myself, it's going to be the first team to score is going to win this game. And Barcelona are that team. Pershers with the ball to Billing, back to Schers, all the way back to Sommer. Mamana and Sommer now passing. Big kick from the ageing Swiss goalkeeper. Conor Gallagher, ball forward, finds Kulusevski on the right-hand side. 3-4 in the box. Maybe Ansu Fati's there. And Fati makes it 2-0. And this is definitely going to be game over. We are looking likely to be losing against Barcelona in the Champions League first knockout round, which is no surprise to anybody. And part of the problem, Brenner is playing badly. Kaba is going to come on. We've got Tim Weah playing badly, which isn't really a surprise. We're going to do that and bring on Kapsavic. We are also going to do Pusic coming off for Sene. All of our subs, and we've still got a couple of players who are on 6-5s, most of the team on 6-6s. Alan Aragoni is the only person who's doing any good on a 7.4 somehow. We're now on the hunt for a consolation goal. I know it's a two-legged affair, but let's be honest, it's Barcelona at the Nou Camp. We are unlikely... What are we doing? What was that? What went on there? As I was trying to say, at the Nou Camp, it's unlikely we're going to get anything from it, so we need to just make sure that we We try and get a draw, a 2-2 draw. If we can score twice, I'll be surprised. It's Ansu Fati with the ball, finds Hermoso, the sub on the right-hand side. Aragoni steals it. Aragoni can just smash it down the wing. Nothing's going to come from that. I'm going to give him a shout. I'm going to give him a demand more. We've not had a good game. We've been bad. That's part of the problem. It's not that Barcelona have been better than us. They have been better than us, but we have also shot ourselves in the foot a little bit. Brescianini through a ball, finds Farad Kaba, and he's hit the bar. We're never going to score. We are going to score. Sene's there. We've got 7 minutes to try and find an equaliser. I can't believe Kaba comes off the bench against Barcelona and tries to dink Ter Stegen when you're 2-0 down. Just smash it into the back of the net. Fati plays the ball across. Genepo with a slide tackle, of all things. Farad Kaba has this ball, holds up play well. Plays it back to Schmid. Kaba needs to get forward. You're the only striker and you're hanging around on the halfway line. Genepo to Brescianini. Through ball. Philip Billings in. Hold on. Billings going to go for a run off towards the left-hand side. Needs some options. It's not the best cross. Michaelenko can calmly head back to Ter Stegen. And there hasn't been a highlight yet. Nothing's happened in this highlight to say that it's going to finish anytime soon. So Barcelona with the ball. Gallagher lumps forward. It's Martinez in on goal. He's dinked it over to, Ter Stegen. Over Jan Sommer. It's 3-1. It's game over. It is tie over as well. We've come to life a little bit and we've still conceded a goal. I genuinely think in the summer we might be selling Brenner. I'm blaming Brenner for half of this. He's had a couple of good chances. Played poorly though. So I'm thinking maybe because he's only got a year or so left on his contract, we look at shifting him on and getting a fair amount of money. Billing to Aragoni. Is it going to be 3-2? We've got 2 minutes of injury time. Alan Aragoni again loses out to Memphis Depay and it could be 4-1. Down the line he goes, skips past his defender. Memphis is still going for a run. Kapsavage with a superb slide and we've nicked the ball again. It's going to come straight back towards us though, isn't it? Is this a highlight or is this just because the match is about to end in 2 minutes? Martinez is probably going to get there ahead of Mamana and does so. Crosses the ball in. Aragoni heads clear. Pedri gets it back alive though. Depay to Fati to Martinez and it is 4-1. It's not 4-1, it's 3-1. He was offside. We're getting VAR. I think it might be 4-1. I think it's going to count. It is going to count. It is 4-1 to Barcelona. The scoreline flatters them a little bit. We should have scored more goals. We genuinely should have scored more goals. I mean, when you look at our strikers and Brenner and Pusic, Weah, Kaba, Billing not playing very well, Mamana and Schmid also playing poorly, we didn't do anything there. I'm not happy with your performance. It was not a good performance. Admittedly, probably shouldn't have played Tim Weah. We're now going to go forward then to the second Barcelona game, so 4 league games in between. We need to win 3-0 at the Nou Camp just to force extra time. It's probably not going to happen, but, you know, weirder things have happened in this save. Before we get into the second leg against Barcelona, we've got some strange news to talk about. I say strange. There's 2 bits of news that I want to mention. First thing, Brenner has signed a new contract. That's right. Literally, 3 minutes ago in this video, I was saying maybe we sell him in the summer. I've signed him a new deal. He's now got 4 years on it. We've also got rid of, he had a minimum fee release. That's gone. He's tripled his salary, which is fair. He's only on 42 grand a year, so it's fine. It's understandable. We've wiped out our entire transfer budget to be able to do this, but we have done this. Also, speaking of transfer budget, we've spent £4.6 million on Theo Brutin. Brutin? I'm going to call him Brutin. That's probably not how it's pronounced at all, but he's not a real man, so he can't argue with me. He's 19 years of age. We've signed him from Lausanne, and I don't know how we managed to do it, because we did it in February, once the transfer window was closed. I don't get it. I mean, he had a 4.6 minimum fee release, which we basically just paid out because he scores goals in the Super League, and he's 19 and he's Swiss. He's ticking a lot of boxes. I signed him before Brenner signed his new contract because I thought, you know what, next year, Brutin's going to be our number 1 striker. He's now probably going to sit on the bench. And the other thing, we've won 3 of our 4 games in between episodes. We only lost, in between Barcelona matches, we only lost once against Lugano, and Kai Sipot scored the goal. I mean, he's done well. He scored 6 goals in the Super League for Lugano. It's just annoying he's a former player of ours. He's actually played more times for Lugano than he has for us. So, arguably, he's their player now. Not even arguably. He's definitely their player. What am I on about? Anyway, we are currently sat second in the Super League. We did move to the top briefly because Basel lost, but then we lost. And it's a thing. You can see where we are. We're still second. Let's play Barcelona round 2. We need to win 3-0. It's not going to happen. So in front of 100,000 screaming Spaniards, well, probably, I don't know, maybe like 98,000 screaming Spaniards, and a few Swiss people as well, We are at the new camp, and that is our starting 11. Jankovic is going to be playing as the shadow striker, which is not a good thing. We are struggling when it comes to decent players who can play that shadow striker role. Rafinha is good, but Rafinha is constantly unfit and injured at the moment. He's struggling a lot. And obviously you can see Barcelona have Mbappe, Kulusevski. They're starting Gallagher today. Ansu Fati with the ball, plays it back to Pedri into the penalty area. He's not gone for goal himself. Frimpong instead has. And somehow Lautaro Martinez did not get on the end of that and make it 1-0. Oh, this is going to be a long match, isn't it? 5 minutes on the clock, and the second highlight of the game. And obviously Barcelona streaming forward with the ball. Mbappe collects it in the penalty area, puts it past the other side of Jan Sommer. It is 1-0, and I think we might be done for Europe this year. 23rd minute. Everything's calmed down, but we've got another highlight. But we do have the ball. We did have the ball. What was that plan? What was that plan? That's not gegenpress football. That is long ball football, Philip. Mbappe with it. Aragonese pressurising him. Richards to Mbappe, long ball forward. Pedri heads down. Schurz intercepts. Scales can go back to Jan Sommer. I was going to say Liam Sommer. That's Liam Scales. He's gone forward. Brenner with his new contract and his massive wage rise. Brescianini finds Musa Genopo through ball. Brenner's going to collect this. Running towards goal. Has to put it away. Can't get it past ter Stegen. It's going to be a corner. And I think I've changed my corners to go front post, although there's literally nobody there. I don't know why we've changed the corners to go front post if we have nobody on the post. Pusic to Aragoni, and that's in space. Cool. Barcelona again coming forward with the ball. Frimpong has loads of space. Pedri's been pushed over, and I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Liam Scales. It is going to be a penalty. We're going to get VAR, but it's going to be a pen. Come on, Jan. Come on, Jan. The 37-year-old goalkeeper who is potentially going to break the record for the oldest player to play for Grasshoppers. Goes the right way, but Mbappe's too good at football. It's 2-0. Mbappe with a free kick just before half-time. Boubacar Kamara heads onto the bar or post, or maybe the bit where they join together. I'm not quite sure. It's been cleared. The highlight ends and another one begins. Martinez is kicked by Liam Scales. And you know what? When you're playing against Barcelona and you're 2-0 down at the Nou Camp, why not get sent off? Make our lives harder. We are literally parking the bus. We're playing a 4-4-1. We're parking the bus. It means that this match is basically over now, isn't it? I'm going to say you've been terrible. It actually fired everybody up. Liam Scales has ruined it for us. I mean, I can't believe we're down to 10 men against Barcelona. We need to score 5 goals. We need to win 5-2 just to get to extra time. On the hour mark, it is Barcelona coming forward. So far, the change in formation has kept them quiet to a certain extent. Kulusevski to Pedri. Ansu Fati's in on goal. Fati makes it 3. So not only did Scales get sent off, we have 5 players on yellow cards. We're taking Genopo off because he's been absolutely appalling. Although I don't have a left winger. Timothy Weah, why not? You can't do any worse than you did last time you played. Pusic as well was coming off for Kapsavage. And we'll put Billing on the right wing? Sure. Final 20 minutes. Schmid's throw straight to Saigankov. Great, wonderful bit of football there. Gallagher to Mbappe, who is on a hat-trick. Plays in Martinez, and his effort goes wide of Sommer's post. Still only 3-0. We are keeping them somewhat quiet in the second half. And in fact, we kept them very quiet because nothing really happened at all after their second goal, or third goal, sorry. Nothing really happened. They did have a lot of shots. 10 on target in the end, 28 shots in total, a 3-0 defeat, 7-1 on aggregate. Unlucky boys. No, I'm far from pleased. It was a terrible result, terrible performance, and at least we didn't embarrass ourselves, I guess. Well, good news is we picked up some money. Liam Scales is banned for some time. I assume that's just European football, so he's going to miss a match or two next season. Switzerland boss was there, watching Sommer, Aragoni, Schmid, Jankovic, and Pusic. And the Brazil manager was watching Neto, who didn't play, by the way. He didn't even come off the bench, and Brenner. So we watched Brenner. Elsewhere in Europe for the Swiss teams, Basel are still in the Europa League 2. They are going to be playing Atalanta soon. They're in the Europa League 2. What have we got? We've still got St. Gallen. We still have Young Boys. And that is the second knockout round, which means St. Gallen beat Ludogorets twice. That's very good. Young Boys get past Lille. They beat them and drew with them. That is also good. And was that everybody? I think that might have been everybody, because I think it's Luzerne, with the other team who got knocked out. So we will do this at the end of the season as well, once Basel and the other teams have played some more European games. But we will see where we have finished from our escapades. 13.2 in Europe. That is ridiculous. I don't think we're going to go up anywhere. We are going to stay exactly where we are. But in terms of teams or nations in Europe, we are the 5th best nation this season from a coefficient perspective. That is massive. Next year we lose a small number again. So next year is going to be a massive season for us to try and close that gap to basically, I think it's Portugal who are just ahead of us. Portugal, Holland. We should be able to do it. We genuinely should be able to do it. They're going to lose big numbers. We're losing small numbers. We might be 6th come the end of next season. Also, something that is going to happen probably in between episodes, and I might briefly take a look at the start of next episode if it does come through, our youth intake is an excellent intake. Goalkeepers, centre-backs, centre midfielders, attack midfielders, strikers. No one who can play on the left or right, fair enough, but everyone seems to be very good going down the middle of the pitch. At least one of our goalkeepers looks a great prospect. We've got one goalkeeper, so he's going to be a good prospect, apparently. That is going to do it for this episode. Next episode, I think we're going to go for Young Boys and Basel. I think that's where we're going to go. I know this is going to be a slightly longer season than last season, but I think that's where we're going to go, and then we can finish off the season with Winterthur and a Swiss Cup final. That's what we want, right? That's what we're going to do. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll be back next time with more Grasshoppers and Building a Nation. Thanks for watching.